middle and knew she could get a quick point for her team. After that, they had a quick start last set too, but slow to end it. See what they can do here as Graves now goes to serve. Chambers from the far side. Diving play made by Watson as this comes to the near side off a block. Foot behind to dig it out. Far side. Chambers this time gets it down. Ties it up at 1. Chambers, again, one of the reasons why this team won set number 1, had 5 kills in that first set. As we watch the replay here, good setup for Chambers, too. She had time to survey, and she sets it right in the perfect spot. As this one comes over to the near side, and we get a call here as a double hit happens for University of Chicago. 2-1 for Dominican now. As now it'll be Kendall Todd to serve for the Stars. Todd standing serve, sends it low as Watson's able to get underneath it. Over to the near side and sending it right into the net was Taylor David. As David, you see her, she just kind of made the motion, got too much on top of the ball, and sent it right into her own net. As this one goes right back into the net on the other side by Todd serve. So she gives the point right back as it's 3-2, Dominican with the lead. Marin Lowe to serve here, sends this one to the middle. Chambers with the bump right into the middle, hits it off a double block. Does Graperis, and then Chambers gets another kill, 4-2. Carrie Chambers continuing her really good streak in set number 2. As this one comes over to the near side for the serve from Wilson. Goes cross court to the far side, and a little bit of a mishit by Lowe gives the point once again to the Stars. Air starting to pile up a little bit for University of Chicago as this one comes over to the far side. Hit it over a double block, but controlled nicely by the Stars, and Chambers sends it into a double block. That's a hard double block to get through. 2 very tall players, and Taylor David and Katie Laporte combined to make that, to get that point for University of Chicago, but it's a 5-3 lead for Dominican. As this one sent across by Laporte into the middle there. Chambers trying to go to the far side. Chambers again. Good defense by University of Chicago to the far side. Diving play made by number 2 in Wilson. Is this one going to be a point for the Stars again? Somebody lost a headband, it looks like, 6-3, as we get to see a replay of this one. As you see, that one went off the tape there, was going down, the right-handed diving stab, and then Foot is a really good, does a really good job of setting her team up as the libero, as she makes a good play there on the ball, and now we'll just set this one back across. Over to the far side, hitting it off a double block. Foot right there. Chambers setting it to the front row as this one goes to the middle. And the kill for Kiston makes it 7-3. A minute 50. I'm looking at the time. 7-3 here in set number 2. It's 1-0 in favor of Dominican University as they take on number 11 Chicago. University of Chicago, as that one will go out, hit off the side of the hand. 8-3, Dominican with the lead. It's part Dominican has been playing really well. Also part they're getting a little bit of help from University of Chicago. As Chambers sends this one through the middle. Over to the far side as this one tips over by number 15 in David. As there, the double block gets the point for University of Chicago. Some defense helping out University of Chicago at least a little here. They trail by 4, but now they got to do it with their offense as well. But in part, it's because of such good defense from the Stars. 17 digs in this game already. Chambers from behind the 10-foot line as that one's hit up into the air by Lowe. Far side. Dug out nicely by Wilson. Cross court, diving save made. Hitting it over the block there, but it goes out. A little bit too much finesse by Graves. She knew the block was coming in front of her and decided to try and send it to a soft spot where there was some room to send it, just a little too strong. 9-4 as Graves sets this one up on the near side. Going cross court with it was Mobley as this one comes back into the middle off of number 10, Kiston. 10-4 is the score now, as a timeout was taken by University of Chicago. And we'll stay here for this one here on SportsTownChicago.com. Again, the Dominican University Stars versus the University of Chicago. We got a triple header for you here tonight. So after this match ends, don't go away. We've got 2 more left for you, because after this it'll be University of Chicago versus Elmhurst. And then the final match of the night will be Elmhurst versus Dominican University, as Tim Helms, one of the camera operators here to the left, doing a great job on camera for everyone. As, again, 10-4 here in set number 2. Dominican University won set number 1, as they had hit at 25% in that first set. They're hitting about at the same mark now, and the hitting has dropped even lower for University of Chicago. They're hitting at a 2.4% clip, as they've been having a little bit of trouble here with their offense, but it's also great defense from University of Chicago, or from Dominican University on University of Chicago. 27 digs. Leading the way with those digs, Caitlin Foote and Christina Wilson, as this one comes into the middle. As Christina Wilson setting it to the near side, is that one right there to make the kill. In front was University of Chicago. That'll make it now 10-5. Back to serve will be number 14, and Tui, Mary Claire Tui, as she sends this one over. Bumped up into the air, now set over to the far side. Hit off a double block, quickly sent back across by Chambers. Good defense in behind that double block, as that one hit off the block and out. Point for Marin Lowe for University of Chicago, 10-6 as they come on their comeback. The timeout at about this point in the set is what switched, is where the momentum really shifted into the Stars' favor in set number 1. We'll see what happens here. As this one, a miss hit there. The passing has been one of the things that's been great for the Stars up until this point. These last 2 points for University of Chicago, the passing hasn't quite been what we've been used to. And they get a little bit of help there, is giving some momentum back. Was Mary Claire Tui, as her serve went right into the net, 11-7. So a little bit of a just not misfortune and bad timing on the miss there, as Shuskevich sends it across. Over to the near side, off the block. Now to the near side, going cross court with it. Hits off the block, able to control. Back on Dominican side. Over to the far side, over a block there. Good defense, having to just bump it back over was Tui. Back to the front row, to the near side, coming across with that slide play, as Foote sending it over to the far side now, and the kill by number 10, Alex Kiston. Kiston and Chambers, the 2 players leading the way in kills in this one, 6 apiece for both of them. As that one goes out on the far side, so the point right back to University of Chicago, 12-8. And for Dominican University, when you look at it, that's not quite what you wanted there. Your team starting to pull away again. Got to keep that serve on your side, as this one comes over to the far side for the kill, and not able to get there in time. So it makes it 13-8 in favor of the Stars. As serving now, Megan Parker. Parker sends this one in towards the middle. Bumped up to the front row to Graves. Over to the near side. And that one out. As that was Laporte trying to get that one in on that near sideline. She had room. Just couldn't keep it in bounds. As this goes to Graves. Graves hits it off a block control now. Chambers for the far side. And that one hits off the antenna. Point to the Stars. Chambers having a great game here. The 5'10 junior out of Winnebago, Illinois. As there, a kill attempt and good defense by Shuskevich. And then University of Chicago gets it right back there. Now, as you'll see here on the serve earlier from Parker, as this was the one where it goes right near the line. Good defense out in front. As this comes back into the middle there, off a double block, but controlled by the Stars, and that one rolls off the net and inbounds, so it'll be point for University of Chicago. They get it back to within 5, 15-10. As this one in towards the middle to the far side for Chambers, hits it off the top of the block. Good defense in behind by Lowe as this one comes over to the near side, finding some space in between the block and the player in behind to get the point, 15-11. So sending this one back over. Now they're looking for the near side, and she does get the kill as Kendall Todd. Smart play there. She was going for the quick hit the last couple. This time decides to go for the hit to the near side. Gets the point for her team as it's 16-11. Todd sends this one over to the near side. Bumped up high by Watson. Back in, good block out in front by Todd as this one comes over to the near side. And actually that was number 7 in Graperis. But point is Todd could not get underneath it. So it makes it 16-12, 4-point game here. University of Chicago slowly climbing back into this one. As this one bumped up to the front of the net, over to the far side, Chambers, and she's going to get the kill there as Graves played one that might have been going out of bounds, but she had to play it as it was close to the line. 16-13 back to 3, and actually they gave that point to University of Chicago, so they stay on the serve. As this one comes over to the near side, hits off the top of a block, trying to dive underneath it. Nice dive attempt by Parker. She just could not quite get there. Timeout taken by Dominican University as it is now 16-14 as you see a replay here of that quick middle hit into the middle and 3 players converging but nobody able to get there. The closest was the player who had the closest chance. Parker couldn't quite do it. But it's a good setup here in the middle by University of Chicago because they get it up quick enough where Graperis' block can't cover that area behind her. So you get a better view of it here. You see where the open space is right in the middle, and Graperis just a little bit late. She actually gets a piece of it and gives her team a little bit of time, but not enough for somebody to get there. If her block is up about a quarter of a second sooner, her team probably gets to that ball because she's either going to hit it back onto the other side of the court or she hits it up high enough into the air where somebody on her team can play the ball. But her team still does have a 16-14 lead. A good timeout taken by Coach Zipiri as her team tries to Zipri as they try to hold on to this lead and go up 2-0 as we are up right at the midway point of set number 2. So an important set here. As this one bumped up, now set into the middle there, off a double block. As that one just gets across, Chambers set it up. Over to the far side, back to Chambers, hits it off the block. Right there to get though was Lowe, over to the near side. Tipped across by Mobley, back over. Good play by the libero Watson, but she sent it right to Chambers, who hammered it down, 17-14. Beautiful play there. Some good back and forth in this game, but like I said, Watson, she gave it right to the one player on the Stars you don't want to give it to, but they give the point right back, 17-15 now. As it'll be a substitution here. McDonald coming in for Laporte. As she will serve here, the service ace, service specialist, I should say. We'll send this one through the middle. Foot right there to play it. To the far side for Zanuis. That one comes back out in front. Back over to the far side, and getting the kill was Taylor David. And for David, that's her first kill. Good job by David after getting to her double block, from her double block back into position. Gets it through that double block before it can get up in time. Chambers from the middle. This one high into the air, saved by Graves. Good dig there as this one hits off the tape. Foot now, set it to the near side as there's the kill by Maddie Zanui. As you see here again, Zanuni, as she just, good job finding the open space and getting it by the block. As this one set over to the near side and off a block there, diving save made. Set back up, Chambers from behind the 10-foot line, sends it over. Back to the far side on the slide play, but Stars control. Has to just be bumped across, a little bit of a miss hit, but Kiston gets it across. Near side, Mobley hits it off the double block. Foot now, bumping it high, put it too far, and Mobley, that's easy for her there. As this comes to a 1-point gain, 18-17, the Stars still holding on to the lead. And you'll see where the misplay here is by Foot. She just bumped that one too far. If she was going to bump it across, you have to send it further back, make them have to set up, or it's a little harder to control the bump, so you either have to over-adjust one way or the other, as that one goes cross court, and I believe that hit off a player. So that'll be point and kill, I believe, for Mobley, as that went out. So we're tied up at 18 now. Serving will be Aaron Risk. Risk sends it into the middle, right where Chambers is. Chambers to the near side, setting up Zanuti. As this one comes to the near side, Mobley hits it up into the air. Far side now for Kiston. Kiston gets the point and keeps her team in front, 19-18. Now it'll be the libero in Caitlin Foot. Sends it into the middle. Up in front for Graves, over to the near side, hits off the block. Set up now right in the middle, finding that open space on the near side. Kendall Todd, she's been really great in the middle for this team. She's gotten a couple quick hits and also the quick and smart play, just putting it over to the near side. Foot sent it right into the net, 20-19 now. Serve back on the University of Chicago side as they try to tie it up. As we'll get a look here at the serve, and yeah, she just got a little bit too much on top of that ball. As this one comes across right to Chambers off the serve. Far side off a double block, right in front and playable by Graves. To the near side for Lowe, as Lowe drops it in the middle. Ties it up at 20. Exciting second set we have here. Have to win by 2, of course, as well. So we'll see how this one finishes out. Tui into the middle. Foot hits that one up high. Now it's a hit that hits off the double block from Zanuni as this one comes over to the near side. Foot able to make the saving play. Wilson to the near side as that one goes high. Back into the middle. Good defense here from University of Chicago, and the block up, but over it went the ball. 21-20, it's a lead for University of Chicago. As it'll be Tui on the serve. Tui the jump serve, sends it to the middle. Foot bumped it up high into the air. Now from there and on the near side, it's Zanui as that one comes back over to the near side, hitting it off a single block there. Comes right back out in front, and the point there. Great play in front by Kendall Todd. The play in the front of the net has been stellar for the Stars at times, and there you see why. You first see the double block, it hits off a piece, comes right back into the middle, and then just good awareness to go to the far side by Kendall Todd and also to get to that middle spot after she was over on the near side for the double block. But just as they say that, there goes a kill from Marin Lowe. 22-21, University of Chicago back out in front. Brooke Watson, the libero, in to serve. Sends it up right to Chambers. Set up now to the near side, going cross court. As that one hit off of the block, 22 all. Yes, checking into the game to serve here is Megan Parker. As we'll see that touch there by the double block just got a piece, it looked like, of Laporte. As this one goes over to the near side. Graves back over to the near side. Diving play made. This ball's still alive. Has to bump it across. Was Parker. Graves to the near side, and there finding the open spot in the defense was Lowe. And when you look at it, it all started right here. The great play, yes, this is a great play, making the save to dive underneath it by Parker. But the one thing that it causes is stop it here, and you see everybody's at the front of the net after the ball's hit back across. Nobody has gotten back really into position, and that's what made the difference there. And then there's the great play, quickly countering and coming back for the point down that near side by Dominican to tie it up at 23. As this one sent across, hitting off the top of the tape by Todd to the near side, just sending it over, getting underneath it. As there, that one hits off the block for the point by Wilson. She had to dump it across. It wasn't quite in the spot for her to set it very well. That was her only decision. Game point here, 24-23. Again, you see it comes off of Wilson at the start. Her team makes the good save in Parker. And then Wilson here, she thought maybe she'd get a quick play, and she thought she was kind of off balance hitting that ball anyways. She thought better of it, just hit it across. I mean, University of Chicago has played pretty well here down the stretch, but Dominican has done really well. Then here again, the block up, maybe a little bit too early for the block, too for Laporte, is what I think maybe hurt her as well. She couldn't quite get to the ball after it hit off of her in time. As the timeout by University of Chicago here, they don't want to go down 2 straight sets. And there you see contact with the side of the hand, and she couldn't quite get back to it as it came down to the floor off her block. As out in front and up to serve, Kendall Todd. As Todd, the standing serve into the middle here as this one goes high. Set up by Graves to the near side as that one bumped up high. And that one's going to get stuck up top. That'll end up being a point for, I believe that ends up being a point for University of Chicago, or is it a reserve? It is a reserve. I wasn't quite sure. So they get to redo the point there. So that's a bit of fortune for Dominican, because that could easily be awarded maybe to University of Chicago's side, and I think that's what University of Chicago's coaches are trying to get, is that to be a point for them. So it stays tied, or stays where it is, 24-23, not tied yet, as this one hits off a double block up in front, looking for a soft spot in the zone, but over now to Chambers. Chambers off the double block, saved by Mo. Comes back over to the near side for Lowe, as Lowe will get the point and tie it at 24. We get extra points here in set number 2, as back to serve is Maureen Lowe. Lowe has played really well here in these last couple of minutes. 10 kills for her. As this one comes to the front of the net, over to Chambers, going cross court, but Mobley right there. Back over to the near side to Mobley, and Chambers couldn't quite get. It was that one spot, either you go up, you either got to go with the set or you got to go with the bump. She went set and went straight into the ground. 25-24. Game point here and tie it up at 1 maybe for University of Chicago. As this one joust at the net, won by Wilson. It was a little bit of a long pass, and that was all she could do, was kind of try and dump it over, and then it became a joust up in front, and she wins it. So tied at 25, chance to go up here and try and get this to game point as Wilson sends the serve over. Comes over to the near side as Mobley hits that one over. Wilson setting it to the near side as that one gets through, and the kill for Maddie Zanui, as that'll make it now 26-25. Set point now for the Stars once again, with Christina Wilson serving. As she sends this one right into the middle, diving save. This comes back on to Dominican side. Chambers from the far side hits it off the block, and that'll do it for set number 2. 2-0 in favor of University of Chicago, or in favor of Dominican University, as we get a replay of this one. It starts here, Foot with the good pass up to the front of the net. Good set by Wilson over to Chambers, and then Chambers just delivering the howitzer. Ooh, and that one's head contact there for Katie Laporte. Goes off of her and out of play, and that does it for set number 2. So good first 2 sets here. We've seen a bit of a good win in set number 1 for Dominican, and then winning in extra points in set number 2. As we see this one more time from Chambers, as you see that one bouncing off and going way too far for anyone to be able to play it. As we will take a timeout here, as we got a little bit of a break between these two, or this second and third set. One more look as it hits off of Laporte. Set number 3 in just a few here on SportsTownChicago.com.
It's time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting. There's no better or faster way than the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Check out our website at beonair.com/Lombard or call us at 630-916-1700 to set up a tour and see all the hands-on training you can receive. The best part of the program is the job placement department that will help you find your first job in broadcasting. Just listen to what some of our recent graduates have to say about the program. Kevin Wood, Production Director, Next Media, Joliet.
My favorite part about going to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting was, first of all, I got to do everything here. For anybody looking to get into the program, I would say be ready to learn, be ready to get in here and really take your skills to another level on your own. The instructors can show you how to do it.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
If you want to take SportsTownChicago.com with you, now you can. You can listen to your favorites from SportsTownChicago.com on your phone with the TuneIn the radio app. Just download the TuneIn radio app, search Sportstown Chicago, and enjoy the content you expect from Sportstown Chicago on the run. Now, wherever you go, you can be a part of SportsTownChicago.com. We're in a league of our own.
You love sports, you have drive and determination, but you need skills to work in sports broadcasting. Hey, this is Herb Lawrence. I'm here to tell you how to get those skills, just like I did at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard. Get hands-on training for a career in radio, TV, or digital media. Learn to be a host, producer, or shoot and edit video. With internships, job placement assistance, and affordable tuition, you can get started with a new career at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Enrolling now. Go to beonair.com/score. That's beonair.com/score.
It's time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting. There's no better or faster way than the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Check out our website at beonair.com/Lombard or call us at 630-916-1700 to set up a tour and see all the hands-on training you can receive. The best part of the program is the job placement department that will help you find your first job in broadcasting. Just listen to what some of our recent graduates have to say about the program. Cheryl Scott with NBC5.
I think one of the most important things in the broadcasting industry really is getting a hands-on experience, and a lot of colleges and universities don't always offer that. Reach for, work for what you want to do, and stay extremely focused. And if you do that and stay positive, I think everything will fall into place.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
You love sports, but you need skills to work in sports broadcasting. Hey, this is Herb Lawrence. Get those skills, like I did, at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard. Get hands-on training for a career in sports radio, TV, or digital media. With internships at Chicago sports stations, job placement assistance, and affordable tuition, you can get started with a new career at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Enrolling now for day or night classes, go to beonair.com/.
They call me King, oh, copy.
Back here on SportsTownChicago.com, set number 3. Going to get started here in moments as we get ready for this, what could be the third and final set here between the Dominican University Stars and the University of Chicago Maroons. As serving first will be Regina Graves. As Chambers sends this one out in front over to the near side, going cross court with it as it comes back up high into the air over to the far side. And that one down for the point for University of Chicago to start off 1-0. As Graves sends this one into the middle. Chambers over to the far side, and that one too long from number 14, Insinui. Back into the middle, over to the near side, and a miss hit by number 10 in Kiston. It starts off quickly 3-0 in favor of University of Chicago. As Graves sends this one into the middle. Far side, over and getting the point and kill was number 14 and Maddie Zanui. As she comes out, and in place of her was Shuskevitz. Shuskevitz now to serve. Her team trails by 2. Into the middle, up high, far side, and there's a big kill from Taylor David. She got all of that one. As it'll be a serve now from the near side by Marin Lowe. Lowe into the middle, foot up into the air, far side and cross court, but that one does not stay in. A little bit long from Zanui again. Just missing that back line in these last couple. As this goes in the middle, Chambers bumps it up high. Over to the near side, back in towards the middle. As this one goes down and controlled by Wilson as she tried to dump that one over. Nice save made as that one goes right back into the middle. The Stars keeping it alive, and then off the double block and getting the kill was Kiston. I wanted to see that. Hope we can see that one, the roll there by Kiston, and then she eventually will get the kill. I mean, it was all because of her that even stayed, though. What a play she made to keep that set, that rally going. As this one comes over to the near side. Set up now for the near side, it's Chambers. Bumped up high by the libero and Watson. As there the kill from Mobley. Mobley been having a little bit of a tough game here. She's 6 of 25 with 1 air, hitting at 160 is what she's at right now, and then the serve goes right into the net from Laporte. Makes it now 6-3. As back to serve will be Kendall Todd. Todd sends it over with the right hand. Over to the near side. As from the middle and sending it long was Taylor David. 6-4 now. As you see on this replay here on the hit from Todd, just way too long. As the serve sent over by Todd. And I believe we had a player hit the net, or a double hit they called it. Double hit called, I think, maybe on Wilson. As we get to see a replay here from Mobley's hit, as that hit off the block. And then you had the call, as it was Risk who sent that over. Trying to dive underneath it, but not able to get there, was Wilson. So it makes it 8-4. As it's Risk again. Up high, near side now for Chambers. Right there was a player, and then it comes right in front to Graperis, and she hammers it down. 5-8. What a kill there. You see first Chambers with her big hit, and because it's such a good and hard hit, the bump that came off of Laporte went straight to the net where Graperis was able to put it down. Far side, this one comes back across over to Foot. Back into the middle as it goes sent over by Zanui, but it'll be a point for University of Chicago as they have a 9-5 lead here in set number 3. They trail 2-0, so trying to keep their hopes alive. They got to try and win 3 in a row, though. As this one set up far side, and that one gets down and killed by Graperis. Graperis, the 6-foot junior on this team from Bel Air, Florida. Her high school was Minooka. As this one sent across by, and then a quick dump and point for Majors. 10-6, 4-point game in favor of University of Chicago. As it's Brooke Watson, sends this one right towards Chambers. Chambers up into the air. Over to the near side for Kiston. That one kept alive. Back to the far side, it's Lowe, and that one miscommunication between Foot and Chambers there allows that one to get to the ground, and that's something that really we hadn't seen too much from this team. They've been pretty, their communication's been pretty good, and then a over the net call on Marin Lowe gives the point to Dominican, 11-7. So now Caitlin Foote sends this one across. Far side, low. She want to get that point back. And she does, 12-7. Graves now will be serving on the near side. Graves, the right-handed serve, right towards Chambers. Bumps it up in front for Wilson. Quick tap there by Todd. Good play to keep it in, and then going cross court, but out of play was Taylor David. David's just been really strong with some of her hits. As you see there, the area she was going to was the correct area to try and hit it. She just got too much, didn't get enough down on the ball. As there a serve that goes right into the net, so give that point right back. 13-8 the score now. As it'll be Marin Lowe to serve on the near side. As this one bumped up high into the air, over to the near side as that one will hit off the double block and go out by Kiston as she gets the kill. So you give you some stats here. Update you on the stats for the totals in this game so far. Your kill leader is Marin Lowe with 12, and then right behind her, Chambers and Todd as that one will go out. Kendall Todd and Chambers with 10. As Megan Parker from Battle Creek, Michigan, sends this one across. Set up in the air, now over to the far side for Mobley. Good defense by the Stars, keeps this one alive. Just had to be sent across. Is that one right into the middle? And that hits off the net. 4 hits. Gives the point to the Stars, 13-11, as University of Chicago takes a timeout. As you see the set here by Chambers, and then just having to send it across was Wilson. But here's where things change. It's right in front, right into the net. And actually, it was tough to tell, but maybe Kendall Todd got a piece of that too. Either way, 4 hits was the call. So it ends up being point for Dominican. They've brought this back to within 2. They want to try and finish this in straight sets. You never want to go up 2-0, and then, no, it hits the tape first. It definitely does. As we can see here in slow motion, great work by Joe Kennedy over there, as this one comes back into the middle. On that replay. So as you see, yeah, it goes right into the tape, right there, and just bounces right back. So good call on the 4 hits by the R1. She's got a way better view than I do anyway. As we are, again, set number 3, 11-13, the score in favor of University of Chicago. Dominican trying to finish this one off in straight sets, and then they get a break between this game and the next before they play Elmhurst. Over to the far side. This one bumped up into the air by Parker, now to the near side, Chambers. As this one now goes over to Mobley, and that one a nice diving save made by Graves. As this one gets across, and another kill for Maureen Lowe. Lowe with her 13th kill. The defense pretty good here from Dominican, and just there the single block gets up a little bit late, and Lowe is able to just put it right past it. As this one gets right into the middle from Chambers, finding the soft spot of the D. Makes it a 2-point game once again. So now it'll be Kendall Todd to serve. Todd having herself a good game. 10 kills on 22 attempts, 27% there. As that one not able to get underneath it was Todd. Looks like she slipped maybe a little bit. Was not able to do so. 15-13 as we're reaching the middle part of this set. As you see, nice little slide play, able to get past the double block, which was mistimed by Graperis and Chambers. They were both kind of off on the double block. As a beautiful hit by Graperis, but it came all the way back right to her. She had a chance to play it again. I thought that maybe she thought it was going to go out. She did not get the luck that she thought she was going to have. As this one into the middle here. Now over to the near side, and it's Chambers getting the point right back, 16-13. Her team trails. when you look at University of Chicago, they've lost only one match so far this year. 11-1 overall record for them so far. And, of course, that one loss being in an away game. So 1-1 on the road. To the near side. This one sent back towards the front of the net. And that one off the net. And I think she touched the net anyways, but you could have called a couple of things there as Christina Wilson tried to make the saving play for her team. Ball went too far. 17-13 now in favor of University of Chicago. So the Stars had it back close, and now it's starting to separate again. This one gets right to the front of the net, and Wilson caught in between as that pass a little bit off, and that's what caused that opportunity. 18-13. When the passing is on, the Stars are very, very tough to beat. As this comes right into the middle to Chambers, and that one goes too far and out on the dig. So give the point to the Dominican Stars, and up to serve is Chambers. As this one sent across by Chambers. Graves setting it up for the near side, and just sending her hand out was Wilson. Her team might be able to get this one across, as they do, as it was Graperis over to the far side off a double block, and Graperis got a little bit of it. And actually, if she let that go, her team would have had a chance to play it because it would have went right to one of her players. But again, they were kind of scrambling as you saw that ball went so far back. They do get back up in front, and just a little bit late in behind was Wilson. As this one comes back to the back row here. Set up for the far side, and down with the kill is Inui to make it 19-15. 4-point game. So into the middle here, sending it is Foot with the serve. Up high now to the far side, a Lowe, who's been the hot hand for University of Chicago, especially here in this set. Chambers just bumps this one across and got it over. Graves back over for Lowe, gets through the block, but good defense in behind by Wilson. As this one sent back across by Kiston. Back over near side, good save made on Laporte's attempt. Now for the far side kill attempt by Zadui, back into the middle. Now again Lowe off the double block. And actually they call that point for the Stars, 19-16. I thought that one went off the double block. Either way, Foot with the serve. As they try to bring it close, as there's the quick setup in the middle for Katie Laporte. As it's 20-16, 4-point game as the Stars take a timeout. As we watch this one once again, and just a really good quick set, and not quite able to get up in time was Kendall Todd off of that serve. It's tough when you get that little quick serve like that. It's a good quick play, catching the defense off guard as well, and just no chance to play it after it hit off of that block. Wilson almost got it, but went a little bit too high for her to handle. 20-16 the score. Chris Labasco here with you as we are in set number 3, trying to take this third set and come back and win 3 straight. Is University of Chicago. They dropped the first 2. As the Stars have taken a timeout here to try and settle things down and recollect and get ready here to come back out as University of Chicago makes their way out of the huddle. Was looking at the numbers here, and it should be no surprise that the leading killer set for this team is Marin Lowe at about a 5 kills a set average. So not too much of a surprise that she is the leader in one of those categories. Leader in a lot of the categories for this team for University of Chicago. As this one onto the near side, Graves sends this one into the middle. Set up by Wilson, and a little bit of a miss hit there by Kendall Todd. She looks at her right hand. She knew she kind of messed it up. Got it more with the fingertips and couldn't put it where she wanted. As Graves sends this one over. Foot over to the near side. Is that one hammered down right at Graves? Is that one, Foot was able to save it a little bit, but nobody able to get underneath it. Wilson could not get the diving save. 22-16, 3 points away from taking set number 3. Is this one into the middle. Chambers Sets it up for the near side. On that far kill was Zanui, and it goes out for the point. 22-17. As it'll now be Olivia Shuskevich of Barrington, Illinois, to serve. Shuskevich sends the serve towards the near corner, towards Watson. Graves over to the far side, and that one off the block from Lowe as she gets the kill. 23-17, and I think the big talk as they go into maybe this fourth set, if they can't come back from this one, is, hey, we got to slow down Maren Lowe. She has 15 kills. Near side as that one goes out. 24-17, and set point here in set number 3 for University of Chicago as they try to at least get this back to within one set. When you look at this their Dominican University Stars team, they're a very young team, 3 seniors, Caitlin Foot, the libero, being one of them. The others being Olivia Shuskevich, and the third being Christina Wilson, their setter. So 3 seniors, a lot of juniors and sophomores as well. When you look at it, Chambers is a junior, Grip Harris is a junior, Todd's only a sophomore in the middle hitter from Marian Catholic. There's a lot of youth on this Dominican University side. As Lowe, the senior, sent that one across into the middle, now far side. Bumped up into the air by Watson. Near side as that goes off the double block and goes out, and that'll do it for set number 3, 25-17 in favor of University of Chicago as we watch the replay on that kill that wins the set. The lefty able to hit it off the double block there of the 2 players for Dominican in Kiston and Todd, and get the point to make it a 2-1 lead now only for Dominican University. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with the 4th set here on SportsDownChicago.com.
Hey friends, this is Tom Waddle. You may know me as good old number 87 or as the better half of the Waddle and Sylvie show. People often ask me, hey Tom, how could you be so slow and make it in football? Well, I ignore that question, and then they ask, Tom, how can I be on radio and TV like you? I tell them it takes drive and determination, and you need to learn how it all works. At the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, you can do just that. ICB's enrolling students for day and evening classes right now. You can learn how to be a sports talk show host, a producer, do play-by-play, or shoot and edit video. Plus, you'll have a chance to get internships where you can tap into the knowledge of industry pros. They have affordable tuition and financial aid for those who qualify. And with job placement assistance, you can start your new career in less than a year. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports. See what the Illinois Center for Broadcasting has to offer. Visit ICB today. beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
When you need a break from your busy schedule, kick back and listen to the fun sports and entertainment interviews from SportsDownChicago.com. The Big Interview is where you hear SportsDownChicago.com personalities pick the brains of the biggest names in sports, music, movies, and TV. To catch up on all the fun, go to the audio SportsDownChicago.com and click on the audio tab. SportsDownChicago.com. We are in a league of our own. Yeah!
Hey Chicago, what's going on? It's Rufio, and I have a question for you. Do you think you have what it takes to work in TV or radio? If you do, then check this out. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where you get hands-on experience and behind-the-scenes training from the industry's top professionals. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting gave me the tools for a career in radio, and they could do the same for you. For more information, go to beonair.com/career. Classes are just 3 days a week, so enroll now at beonair.com/career.
You love sports, you have passion, but you need skills to work in sports broadcasting. It's Herb Lawrence of 670 The Score. Get those skills at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
Getting ready for set number 4 here on SportsTownChicago.com. Chris Labasco here with you as we look at the totals for that third set. The hitting percentage dropped significantly for Dominican, only hitting 138 there in set number 3. 10 kills, 6 errors, 29 total attempts. The big difference is the total attempts from the first two. Both were above 30, 50 attempts in that second set. Of course, that was the one that went on pretty long. The hitting percentage for both these teams is even right now at 21-7. Of course, the set lead right now is 2-1 in favor of the Stars as they look to try and finish this one off here on the fourth set. I mean, this is the number 11 ranked team. It would have been a really big thing if they could have won in straight sets, but it's still going to be big if they can win here. Diving save made by Wilson as she now gets up and tries to hit that one across, but gets too much on top of the ball. So now the serve sent across. Chambers back over to the far side, hitting it off the block there was Todd. As net violation by one of the players on University of Chicago ties this one up at 1. So now to serve will be number 13 and Olivia Shuskevich as she sends that one right into the middle. That one almost came all the way to the front of the net. And then just a little bit of help there because of the scrambling play gives the point to University of Chicago. As this one was set now to the near side, and the big kill by Kendall Todd as she sweeps across and then sends it cross court. Tied up at 2 now here in the early goings of set number 4. As this one comes over to the near side, hits off the top of a block. Now over to Chambers. Chambers hitting it off a double block, and that one almost gotten down. And then it finally does. Graves made a great diving save to get underneath the ball, but her team could not get there and send it back over the net. Serving is Megan Parker. Parker, the standing serve from the middle of the court, and that one goes out, ties it up at 3. As it'll be a standing serve from the near side from Laporte over to the far side into the middle. Diving save made by Lowe. This one comes back into the middle, right near the net, and there's contact. Easy call for the official there as Mobley hit the net on her attempt. Makes it 4-3 in favor of the Stars. As we look at how we got to this point here, set number 1, 25-16 win for the Stars, 27-25 win in the second set for the Stars, and then a 25-17 win for the Maroons. And now it is tied up at 4 after that kill there by University of Chicago. So it will be Jessica Went, or actually that is number 5, and Erin Risk who sent that one over. As that goes cross court right to Risk, and she can't handle it from Graperis. 5-4. Graperis has 4 kills here on the night so far in this first match between these two teams as this goes right into the middle. Back over to the near side, hits off the double block, comes back on the University of Chicago's side as a whistle here, as I believe maybe under the net or a net violation, one of the two, as Mobley's hit was maybe going to be a kill anyways, but her team gets the point regardless and ties it up at 5. And you see here, it looked like she had called for under the net. I didn't see where it was, but either way, this one comes over to the near side as we return to play. Sent over the top. Graves sets this one up high in the air. Now bumped forward. Watson to Lowe, who sends it back over. Far side now as it's Chambers as that one goes high off a Risk. Back to the near side. Lowe cross court. Foot with a beautiful save And then the whistle for the double hit. Foot made an incredible dive, and I thought that maybe her team was going to be able to keep it going. But then there was the double hit there by Wilson that caused everything to die. In the middle, Graves sends this one forward, comes back over to the near side, through a double block, another diving save made by Foot as she gets back up. Chambers with her kill attempt dug out by the libero, and then the quick dump for the point, nobody in behind to try and stop that one. Good job by University of Chicago to get the point there. Now it'll be Mary Claire Toohey. Toohey will send this one right into the middle, and that one will go out of play off of the hand of Parker. 8-5 now, the lead for University of Chicago. They're trying to force a fifth set here. If they win this one, they will. As this one goes across. Foot set up now over to the far side of Chambers. Chambers, diving play made by Toohey, comes to the near side. Spinning ball back up into the air, back over to the near side on the back set. But Foot right there to get to it. As this one now comes over and into the middle, and diving to get to there was Foot, and then just bumped back across by Wilson. Scrambling right now is Dominican University, but they still have control as Foot. Wilson sends it back across in front for Graves here. Their defense tries to reorganize, and they do, right into the middle, and getting the point on that far side was Tessa Graperis. 8-6. A couple of points in which Dominican University was scrambling, where you're seeing them right now. They were already reorganized defensively after having to go all the way back to where the curtain is to get that ball. As Chambers sends the serve right into the net, 6-9, gives the point right back. 3-point game. Brooke Watson, the libero, to serve. Will send this one through the middle. Bumped up by Chambers into the middle there for the quick kill. But good defense by University of Chicago as that one just goes in at the corner as Chambers had thought it was going to go out. 10-6, 4-point lead for University of Chicago. As this one up into the air, set up now for the far side as that goes cross court to the middle. Back over to the near side, it's low, and she gets the kill. The hot hand for her continues, 16 kills. She leads all hitters with kills. As you see here, the hit from the outside by Kiston, and a good job by University of Chicago here all the way across. Great bump by Graves to get it over to Lowe, and you just put Lowe in a good position to hit that ball somewhere, and she's going to do something with it. She's a very, very good hitter for this University of Chicago team. And just noticed on the sideline for University of Chicago, a player that Dr. Pete should be familiar with too, because Bennett is a school that we've done a lot, and a setter for Bennett, obviously only a sophomore, but she's on this University of Chicago team, Stephanie Sinapan, and I called a lot of games for her at the high school level. Her team won quite a few championships while she was the setter too. As her team looking to try and get this back to even at 2 sets apiece as they trail in sets, but lead here in set number 4, 11-6. As Chris Labasco here with you on SportsTownChicago.com. Brooke Watson in the middle here. Sends this one across as this one bumped up high into the air. Over to the far side now. Down towards the middle as diving to get across. As Kiston gets the kill, Toohey could not get to the ball. It's 11-7 now. Timeout works to at the start at least for the Stars as they look to try and come back, as it'll be the libero and Caitlin Foot to send it over. Bumped up high as this one comes back over to the near side. Back up to the front now. Wilson sending it to the near side, and that went off the top of a block by Maddie Zanui. as that one will now go back for Caitlin Foote to serve. As Foote surveys and sends it right into the middle. A little bit of a mishit, but Graves able to get it over to Lowe. Lowe ends up putting it out in front. Lift called there on the court. Lowe went a little too soft, and there's a block waiting. She makes it 11-9 now. As Foote sends that one back into the middle to the near side. As there, the save made. Chambers able to get it back across. What a play by the Stars there. Back to the near side. Lowe is dug out by Chambers. Far side now, and that one hits off the block and down by Kiston. Alex Kiston having herself a good game. As for Kiston, as we watch her kill one more time, off of the great setup too by Wilson. Coming down hard with the right hand off the top of that block. Just caught enough of it to find the soft spot of the defense. For Kiston, 10 kills on the night so far, 23% for her. She's one of the team leaders in kills, along with Kendall Todd, who has 12, and then also with Chambers, who has 14. It's a 1-point game here, 11-10. And as you can hear, a song that was popularized by the movie Karate Kid being sung by our director, producer, everyman, Dr. Pete, belting out that one. As sending this one across was Caitlin Foote. And that one goes out of play, 12-10. University of Chicago with the lead. Graves on the far side. This one bumped in front by Chambers. Into the middle there and trying to get it on that near side, but sending it too long was Alex Kiston. Kiston points to herself saying, sorry guys, my fault. Grows the lead to 3 for University of Chicago. As this one bounces right back in towards the middle, and there's the big kill on the near side from Zanui. Checking in for her is Olivia Shuskevich, the serve specialist for this team. As they trail by 2, trying to come back are the Stars. Near side here, Lowe sends the change up through the middle. Makes it 14-11. And I mean, I don't know what more you can say about Lowe. When her team needs her most, she shows up at the right and opportune moment. 17 kills so far in this match. Over to the near side as that one gets down. As it'll be now 15-11. Lowe to serve to the middle of the court. Bumped up into the air, far side, and just over a double block nicely was Alex Kiston. As she will come out, and checking in for her will be Megan Parker. As that back line now consists of Parker, Shuskevich, and Foote. As this one right in the middle there, and is a little bit of a mistimed play, but making something out of nothing was Laporte as she hit it off the block. And you're seeing a little bit of instruction there from the side as the block was kind of weirdly positioned too. You see one player was there in time and another player, I don't know if she was going up, Wilson was going to go up for a block or not, but either way, a little bit of miscommunication made things off there. As this one's, as Foote gets underneath that one, hits off a double block, and now back into the middle. Graves setting it up for the near side, as going towards the back line was Mobley, saved by Dominican, as getting that one across is Chambers. Back to Graves in front to the far side as the lefty will get the kill, and Masinga. 17-12, as coming back, trying to force a fifth set are the Maroons, as Chambers almost had the kill there, gets it back over and then does. 17-13. Kendall Todd now to serve. As Todd sends this one over, bumped into the air by Lowe. Back over to the near side. Mobley hits that one as it goes back over, as underneath it was Parker. Back into the middle, back over to Mobley. Is there a nice diving save made by Todd. Chambers on the far side, goes for the far corner. Lowe was there. Back into the middle, hits off the block, and that'll be point for the Stars. 4 hits as that hit into the net. 17-14. It was going into the block regardless and probably coming back down on that side. Ended up hitting the ground. Kendall Todd. And ball started to come towards the court. Gives us a second to replay here. That one by Chambers, as this one's going to come back into the middle. And you saw it hit off the net. Nobody touched it for the Stars. Near side, Mobley hits it off a double block. Back over into the middle, miscommunication. Chambers standing, gets it off the tape and gets the point. Talk about a little bit of luck. She put her hands on her head. She couldn't believe it herself. Happy that she gets the point, though, 17-15. As it'll be Kendall Todd to serve. Todd has this one sent over to the far side and able to get that one off the block and down was Masinga. 18-15. She started to come alive here as of late. Struggled earlier on, but 6 kills on 12 attempts now. That puts her at 500. That's not bad. As this one right into the middle, sent over by Graperis, but controlled by University of Chicago. Good set by Foot as Chambers with the big kill attempt, but it's dug out. And then too long on it was Mobley, and Mobley has been the one struggling here as of late. When you look at the numbers for her as a substitution is being made coming into the game, is number 14 in Zanui. Take a quick look at the replay here as this gets set up for Mobley, but back to action. 10-foot line, Lowe sends this one across. Bump to the near side, sent back in towards the middle as this comes to the near side. As that one sent back forward and then across by Graperis. As this goes to the far side on the slide and getting the kill was Majors. 19-16 the score in favor of University of Chicago. But back to what I was saying earlier, when you look at Mobley for her 9 on 40 attempts, 125, that's they'd like to see that a little bit higher. As this one just punched over by Zanui. Back over to the near side, and Lowe hits it off the block and gets the kill. 20-16, her team 5 points away from forcing a fifth set. A timeout taken by the Stars as we see the great play here. Lowe has made a lot of great plays. You see her get into position after being in her defensive spot, gets that ball through as the defense gets over a little bit late, which is what causes it to go off of Maddie Zanui and out of play. And Marin Lowe's line is just pretty awesome. 18 kills on 48 attempts. It's about 30%. High percentage that they go to her, but she gets the kills, and she's a big part of the reason why her team is even in this game. She has 13 digs as well. She does it offensively, defensively, everything for University of Chicago, and she's the senior on this team and one of the leaders. So a player that really, when you look at it from the Stars' standpoint, the most dangerous one and the player that you have to at least, you've got to try and make her do extra work. You've seen on serves that they've been going to Lowe first because then she has to make the play on that first ball. Then she has to get in position to hit it if she's in that, especially if she's coming from the back row. So make her do extra work, and they have, but she's still been playing through it really well. So Tui sends this one right towards the middle, towards Chambers. Over to the near side, over a double block. As this one back up into the air onto the near side as that gets through for the kill. Not able to get under it was Parker as it was Lowe once again. 19 kills now for Lowe. As Chambers underneath that one. Back over to the far side of Chambers as this comes back into the middle. Lowe sets that one back over. Foot to the near side as that one hits off the top of a double block from Zanui. Back into the middle, and Graperis with the kill. 21-17, 4-point game. As it's Carrie Chambers to serve. Chambers, another player having a really good game. 16 kills for her. She's second in that category. Is that one? Big block out in front. 21-18. As we see the replay of this block, it's a double block out in front on that near side on Lowe. And actually, that might even have hit off the net. Either way, this one up in the air off the great save by Foote. Far side, double block there, and it goes out off the kill from Kiston. 19-21 as they are coming back are the Stars. Chambers back into the middle, just making sure to get that one across. Near side, it's Low off a block. Foote right there underneath. Near side, going cross court with it is Zanui. Back into the middle, quick attempt there, and it'll get the kill by number 9. It's Sydney Majors to make it 22-19. Great play, great thought too. The blocks have been coming to those outside hitters quick, especially the low side. So why not go to the middle and see what happens? Wilson to the near side, and there's a quick kill. Went off of a player and out, as that was Inui with the big kill. Her team back to within 2, 22-20. Caitlin Foote on here as this one, as she sent that serve across. Wilson with a diving save. Back up into the air. Set back over by Zanui. Back to Graves, near side to Low. Great dig by Foote. Far side for Kiston. Diving save made there by Tui. Lowe has to just set this one across. Set up into the air by Wilson. Zanui going towards the middle, but Tui right there into the middle now. Laporte with her attempt. Back over to the far side off a double block. Wolf able to make their Foote able to make the save. As there goes Chambers from the near side. Wilson setting up in the middle, and they're going to get the point here on the quick set in the middle to Kendall Todd. 21-22. It's a 1-point game as a timeout is taken by University of Chicago. What a long rally we had there, and just a slight misplay by Brooke Watson caused that one because you had diving was Tui. At first she thought she was going to have to go and try and get to that one, as it looked like maybe it was going to go over the head. She also was getting up off the court from a moment earlier. As you see, she was diving, getting ready to play that ball, and then actually getting a piece of it was Watson. She probably makes the play on that ball if Watson doesn't touch it. Either way, it's a 1-point game. The Stars doing a great job trying to finish this one off in 4 sets. The number 11 ranked team in University of Chicago is who they're contending with right now. They had a tough weekend last week, or tough last 2 games, where they played 2 teams ranked in the top 10. Now they're playing the number 11 ranked team, so this is a really tough part of their schedule. If they're able to win both these games here tonight against Elmhurst and against University of Chicago, that would probably push them back into the top 25. As this one set to the near side is that one, the kill by Lowe. Right when they need her most, she gets a kill, 23-21, 2-point game. Graves, the setter, sends this one over on the serve. Wilson right into the middle, and there's the kill by Kendall Todd. Kendall Todd, 14 kills for her in this one. 25% is her hit percentage. As in to serve is number 13 in Shuskevich. As this one comes over to Lowe, and Lowe gets the big kill again. What a kill from the senior Lowe. That's one, oh man, you got to play that one again. As you see the setup here from Graves to Lowe, gets everything on that one, no chance. As there's the big kill back the other way by number 11, Kendall Todd puts it back to within 1. Big point here because this is set point still for University of Chicago, and boom, Kendall Todd. As now this one sent over by Parker. Still set point for University of Chicago if they can get it. As that one set up by Foote for Chambers. Hits it off the block. Back out in front to the near side for Mobley. Back up. Wilson near side. Slide play, and that one hit off the tape. 4 hits, set number 4 to University of Chicago. That'll force a 5th set. 25-23 is how this one ends. And now we go to a 5th and final set between these two teams. So University of Chicago, you give them a lot of credit as they have battled back after going down 2 straight sets to get back into this one. A little bit of time in between this final set here. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the exciting 5th and final set.
You love sports, you have passion, but you need skills to work in sports broadcasting. It's Herb Lawrence of 670 The Score. Get those skills at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, just like I did. Check out their campus in Lombard.